Hi everyone, I'm Whitney and I post a new tutorial every week to help sewers of all skill levels learn new projects and techniques. This week I'm showing how to make a really cute zipper bag that is vinyl on the front so you can see right through it and see what's inside. This is great for kids' busy bags, holding a small craft project, holding different supplies, or anything really. The bag is fully finished on the inside and then it is bound on the outer edges like a mini quilt would be. You will need to cut your pieces to the sizes listed on the screen. Feel free to pause this video and write all of the measurements down if you need to. You will notice that the measurement for the vinyl material is wider than all of the other ones, and that is just in case it slips around any while you're working with it. It won't end up being too short on one of the sides, and we'll just trim it up later in the project. The first thing we need to do is add fusible interfacing to the back side of each fabric piece. I normally cut the interfacing the same size as the fabric, then fuse, but this time I just laid all the fabrics face down, then laid the glue side of some lightweight interfacing against it and fused with my iron. Then I trimmed off all the excess, cut the pieces apart, and made sure all the edges were fused really well. I'll link to the interfacing I'm using in the video description. Grab the piece that is 1 3/4 inches wide and fold in half so the pretty sides are on the outside. Press with an iron to give it a nice crease. Then with the 2-inch wide piece, turn one long edge over by 1/4 inch and press with an iron. I can eyeball 1/4 inch pretty easily, but feel free to use a tape measure if you need it. Place the non-folded edge along the edge of the vinyl with the pretty side down. Sew to attach with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now I will tell you, I am no expert at sewing with vinyl. I tried first with my regular presser foot. In the past I've used a regular presser foot with tape on the bottom and that worked okay. I've also tried the white foot that came with the Madam Sew presser foot set and that worked okay as well. The thing I found that really helped the most was placing a piece of fabric under the excess vinyl to the side so that that wasn't sticking to my machine while I was trying to sew the rest of it. Trim the seam allowance down to 1/8 inch, then flip the fabric up and over so it encases the edge of the vinyl. Top stitch along the lower folded edge. Lay a zipper underneath so the folded edge of the fabric is parallel to the zipper teeth. Top stitch to attach the fabric to the zipper, making sure there is enough space for the zipper to still open and close properly. Grab the piece that is folded in half and line the folded edge up next to the zipper teeth. Top stitch to attach. Time to put the bag together. Lay one backing piece right sides down, the other piece right sides up, then the zipper unit right sides up. At this point, I realized I had actually cut my vinyl the wrong size. That's what happens when you're sick and are trying to get projects done. So my vinyl is too short. The measurements I provided earlier though are correct, and the vinyl should extend past the fabric on all sides at this point. Clip the layers together and sew all the way around about 1/4 inch from the edge. Make sure the zipper is unzipped a little ways so the tab is on the correct side of the bag. Trim up all the edges with a ruler and a rotary cutter so they are nice and straight. I cut my seam allowances down to 1/8 inch since I'm going to bind the edges with a very narrow bias tape. Add bias binding along the entire outer edge the same way you would for a quilt. I will link to a separate video where I show step by step how to sew binding on. And that is the finished bag. It is so cute, and I know as soon as my kids see it, they're going to want several of their own as well. And I do actually have several other bag tutorials here already on my channel on YouTube. I have a lot of them linked together in a playlist that you can find right over here to the side. And also, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this tutorial. And until next time, happy sewing!